I am Batman. I mean, average sniper.
Hey, what's up, guys? Average Sniper here. How y'all doing today? I am doing pretty good, actually, and I hope all you guys are too. So just playing a little bit of Battlefield 4 last night. Had such a busy day yesterday. I only actually had time to play 2 games. But in one of the games, I did pretty good, and I decided to use it for the next video. So I am using the M40A5 sniper rifle with the 8 times scope with variable zoom to 14 times scope and straight pull. Pretty much run straight pull on every sniper rifle because I like to be able to have those follow-up shots, and that's especially important when you're playing in core as opposed to hardcore, because if you don't get the headshot you might have to make a quick follow-up shot to finish them off. So this is Paracel Storm. I might have only uploaded one gameplay of this map ever. Um, Probably because I usually just have average games on this map, but I am the average sniper, so you know that's pretty normal. But yeah, this gameplay actually went pretty good. There was a lot of teamwork. I ended up in the #1 spot on my team. Did a lot of work with my sniper rifle and a lot of work with my secondary weapon, which is the G18. My favorite secondary for Battlefield Hardline and Battlefield 4. G18 does work. Fully automatic pistol. In case you guys are wondering what else I have on, I am using the defensive perk, which allows me to take a little bit of extra damage to the chest before I die. I think that's the most widely used perk in Battlefield 4. And for my equipment, I am using a RGO impact grenade, a radio beacon so I can get those good spawns and come in on my parachute on most maps with open sky. And I am also using C4 so I can blow up those vehicles that get too close. They don't want any of that. You do not want any of the C4. Um, well, let me get to the point of this video, and I do have a few different things to talk about today. One of the things I wanted to talk about was the CQB sniper, or the CQC sniper, however you like to say it. But basically, the close quarters combat sniper. I was on the battle log. Look at that headshot right through the bush. I was on the battle log forums not too long ago. I hardly ever go on the battle log forums, mainly because I just don't like to see all the hate. There's so much hate out there. But it's okay, I guess. It's not all that bad. But I have been kind of following a post about the sniping in Battlefield 1 and whether it should be one-shot kill snipers or not. And a lot of people are giving their opinions, you know, on how they feel. And I'll give you my opinion on that a little bit later. But basically, one comment kind of stuck out and got my attention, and it was basically saying that close quarters combat snipers are like the most rarest of players. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know if that's true, but then I thought more about it, and I thought, you know what? Most of the snipers I see in Battlefield 4, and we're not talking about Hardline right now, we're talking about Battlefield 4, are actually like long-range snipers. And let me pause what I'm saying right now and explain this to you. I think my bullets were like hitting this rock because I could not understand, like, these are perfectly aimed shots, I think. And like none of them hit. But look what happens here, man. These guys tried to run up on me. Oh, it totally backfires on them. Oh man, they did not see this coming. They were just going to attack one guy, and this guy should have got me, but I don't think he knew what was happening. But look at this. Boom, quick skill. And I think right here I was reloading the gun and I finally get killed. Those guys did not know what happened. I don't know what happened when I was shooting at them in the water. I was like, why aren't my bullets not hitting these guys? I think it was just glitched out, because I went back and watched it and I was like, was my aim just off, or was I really missing all those guys? And it looked like my bullets were just somehow getting stuck on that rock that I was taking cover behind. But who knows, maybe I just suck. But anyway, back to what I was saying. That comment really stuck out to me, where the guy was talking about how close quarter combat snipers, basically snipers that like to play close range to other players, are some of the rarest players out there. And the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. I think, you know what, I hardly ever run into other snipers that play the way I play and play close to the objectives and try to capture the objectives. Oh, there's my phone. Let me mute that. Play close to the objectives and try to capture the objectives while using the recon class with a bolt action sniper rifle as your primary weapon. Because it is difficult to compete with other players that are using automatic weapons up close. It's much more, I guess you could say, safe to snipe at people from a distance. But the problem I have with that is that I get very impatient just sitting out on a rock waiting for, you know, somebody to run by that I can shoot at, or waiting for an enemy that's just running all over the place to stop moving so I can get that perfect headshot on them. You know, it's like it can be fun for a while, but in the end, the thing that's important to me is that I help my team. In the most of the matches I play, I like to be a team player, and I really like to help my team. And I commonly find myself on top of the leaderboard, no matter what I'm playing, Battlefield 4, Core, or Hardcore, because I strongly play the objectives in Conquest. And if I'm not capturing the objective, I'm usually real close to the objective, shooting the enemies off of it to support my team. And you can support your team from a distance, but you're going to be limited as to how much you can support them, because there's going to be certain things that you just can't do unless you're in close. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being a long-range sniper. I mean, sniper rifles are made for long-range shots, but when it comes to supporting your team, I just feel that I personally can do a much better job of that up close. And when I say up close, I mean just, you know, close to the objective. Look at this guy. He was going to do one of those flying leaps into the air when you get shot off a ladder, but I think his head hit the roof and it, like, pushed his body back downwards. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. Fuck me, right? But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that and say, hey, if you are a close quarters combat sniper, then more power to you. You're awesome. And if you're a long-range sniper, you're awesome too. But just try and do everything you can, you know, to support your team. Because I commonly see teams losing because I'll be on the spawn, or, you know, I'll spawn on a squad mate and they'll be like 500-600 meters away from the action, and I'll look around and there'll be like 5 or 6 snipers just laying there. And I look at their names. I always look at their names to see how well they did at the end of the match, and they're usually almost on the bottom every time. You know, it's like, I'm sure there's some really good players out there that can kill it with a long range sniping. I'm sure. I'm not saying, you know, all of them are bad. I'm saying the majority of people that do that, I think they just, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to say this in a way where it's like I'm not dogging them, but I guess anybody that's not supporting their team, it's kind of hard not to dog, because the whole point of the conquest is to capture objectives and support your team. So if you can snipe from a distance and do good, that's awesome. If you can't, you know, maybe try your luck on something else and just be supportive of the team, because that's, in the end, that's really all that matters. Well, let me move on to my next subject. Which is hardcore versus core, because I know by now you guys might have noticed that I'm actually not playing hardcore, and usually when I upload Battlefield 4 gameplays I'm playing hardcore because I like the realism of being able to get those one-shot kills to the chest. Of course, in hardcore, when you're close enough, you can shoot somebody in the foot with a bolt-action sniper rifle and it's still going to kill them. I never aim for the feet, but hey, sometimes you got to shoot fast and it happens. Yeah, I actually prefer hardcore because it's more realistic, in my opinion. The way the way the bullets are more powerful, or people have less health, or I think it's just that, you know, people start out with less health. And but I have just as much fun playing core. Core is more like a video game experience to me. You have to go for the headshots when you're sniping. If you get a body shot, a one-shot kill, it's probably because they're really close to you, within 12.5 meters, or they're already injured. Like that guy, he was definitely already injured, because this gun, unless it's a headshot, cannot do 100% damage, you know, to the upper chest or upper back from that far away. And this is the M40A5 sniper rifle. There are some pickup weapons that can do 100 damage to the chest in Battlefield 4, but you can't put them on your class. You have to go find them, pick them up, and when you die, you lose them until they respawn back in. So I usually don't even go for those guns, because I prefer to use a gun that I'll be using the majority of the time, you know. And I've been liking the M48-5 for its fast bolt action speed. It's just really really fast, and I really like that. Okay, so 43 kills in. Wow, that's crazy. um, but definitely being a supportive player here. And the last thing I want to talk about, and I try not to milk this too much, I see so much Battlefield 1 speculation stuff on YouTube, so I don't like to make videos that are just like everybody else is, just talking about what's Battlefield 1 going to be. But I do want to talk about it a little bit, and specifically the sniping in it. I want you guys' opinion on what you think the sniping should be like in Battlefield 1. Should there be one-shot chest kills with sniper rifles up to a certain distance? Should it be like Battlefield 4 sniping, where you have to go for a headshot unless you're very close? Should there be some kind of defensive perk that even allows people to take super max damage up close without dying, and still gives them a chance to retaliate and kill you before you get your second sniper shot in? These are all questions I would love to hear you guys' opinion on, and now I will give you mine. I really enjoyed the sniping in Hardline. I think if they could find a balance between the sniping in Hardline and the sniping in Battlefield 4, that would be great. Maybe there should be some guns that are only one-shot headshots but have fast bolt action, so you can do follow-up shots fast, you know? Maybe there should be some guns that are very powerful and can get one-shot chest kills up to, say, between 30 and 50 meters, depending on the gun and depending on where you hit them in the chest. But maybe they should be real slow bolt action, just like in Hardline. I'd really like to see that, and I'd like to see the 100-meter thing take effect, but that might not even matter, because I'm not sure what the scopes are going to be like in Battlefield 1, or even what kind of scopes they had in World War 1. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me a like and subscribe if you like what you see. I'll see you guys on the next video, and thank you very much for watching. Later, guys.